Hey guys, I'm back from the National. We have 4 stacks of cards over here. I want to share with you guys what I ended up picking up. Some of these cards are already sold, so I needed to record this video before I shipped them out. Also, just to note, some of the cards that I picked up at the National are already within a PSA order. They are not in here. Some of those cards are the strip cards that I picked up from Gatlin the first day there. You guys can watch the card show vlog to see what I ended up sending out to PSA. I figured at $18, I wanted to get some of the Jack Dempsey cards slabbed up. So when I was at home, I just added in my order and then sent it over to PSA in that third day. So here's my 4 stacks. We're going to start off actually talking about Gatlin. He gave me these prospect cards. Now this guy is from his hometown and plays for the Tampa Bay Rays, which is pretty cool. Or I should say he's a prospect within the Tampa Bay Rays. So I really appreciate it, Gatlin. Thank you very much. There's all those. So we're going to start off with my Raw stack. First, we got a jersey card / auto collection upgrade. Now I have some single Bob Gibson cards, but I didn't have a jersey autograph. This one is numbered to 10. I picked it up for $25, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Now I do want to get an on card in a patch one day, but I can't complain. Next, I grabbed this from Evan. If you watched my LA card show vlog, helped drive me around, which I really appreciated. And yeah, another strip card of Jack Dempsey. Also gave me a stack of these mini top loaders, which I thought was pretty cool. We got a Jack Johnson strip card. Now this one, there's less than 10 of them out there. It's an extremely tough Jack Johnson to find. And when Gatlin saw this the first day, I was like, you got to buy this. So ended up buying it for me. Thank you again, man, because I'm trying to improve my Jack Johnson collection, and this is not one that you find every day. It's actually really, really rare. So really cool looking card as well. Way later on, his first cards are like 1909. This is a 25 through 31 release. This is not a strip card, but looks like it. Someone trimmed the edges of this, but this is an M101 of Connie Mack. Now, Connie Mack's first cards were all the way back. The old judges, I believe he has 1887, but I thought this imagery was so cool, I couldn't pass it up, especially for $80. We get the black suit, plus over here, the top hat, and on the back, we have a different advertisement. There's a lot of different advertisement backs that you could get on these, but it's for $80, it's cool. I'll get it slabbed. I think it would look great in the SGC black tuxedo, but there is that. Up next, don't know for sure if this is a strip card or a chocolate card. Gotta do a little bit more research, but this is another 1920s Jack Dempsey. Did not have this in my collection. Now the shape of this is horrendous, but it's a starting point. I'll get it slabbed and I'll upgrade it over time, especially for the cost I paid. I think it was like $5 or $10 at the end of things. So there is that. This is my first Lajoie within my PC. This is an E90. I told myself I wanted to get a T206 or another representation of Lajoie from the 1910s, and we were able to grab this one over here. The price is right. We'll end up getting it graded one day, probably a 1.5, but still really cool card. Definitely wanted one in my PC. A lot of people say this is a Jack Nicklaus rookie, but it is not. Found this in a bargain bin, and I thought the shape was pretty nice. This was in the bargain bin with the Jack Dempsey strip / chocolate card. Same with these Tiger Woods over here. The John Cena rookie, which is actually a sneaky card. Tough to find. It's black bordered as well. And this Joe Gans. Again, $5. So I actually got it for like 2 or 3. Cut horrible, but still for the price, I can't complain. I think that was it from that bargain bin. Up next, we got this bulk raw lot. Paid $300, I believe, like $20 a card. So I'll fan through these real quick for you guys. Got a Dixie Dean. These were from 1934. So we got a Ford Edison. I thought it's really cool. There's a little side part over here. Otherwise, beautiful card. Got a John Glenn. Another Dixie Dean. Thomas Edison from 1901. Neil Armstrong. Another Dixie Dean. Another Dixie Dean. Duncan Edwards. big what if in soccer, kind of like a Thurman Munson. Just died really young because of a plane crash. Pavo Nurmi, one of the best runners of all time. Should go with my runner's PC. One of the most famous authors of all time, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Another Edison. Elton John. Stanley Matthews, rookie 1. Stanley Matthews, rookie number 2. And back to Dixie Dean. So, a lot more I could talk about these type of cards, but the video would be really, really long. I thought they were really cool, and all these are going to go into my PC. Eventually, I'll grade some of these, but it doesn't matter for me. So now we have the 2 graded stacks. These cards, I believe, are going to be all PC. Some of these cards have already moved. So first, I picked up a Clemente lot at trade night. This is the 1957 and a 6. Beautiful centering and color on this one. 1956 in a 4. We got a 1959 and a 7. Another trade night pickup. We picked up this 1955 Aaron in a 5. Rich colors on this one. I thought it looked great. Roy Campanella in a 4. 1958 Roberto Clemente. 1961 Yogi Berra 5. 1968 bench in a PSA 6. Clemente in a 3. And lastly, a 59 Clemente in a 6. So tons of Clementes, 50s and 60s cards all in there. And I actually picked all these up at trade night. I found they're better deals at trade night rather than the show floor. Wish I actually stayed a little bit longer for that first night in trade night. I didn't know everyone was going to be at Bally's. But regardless, still did extremely well, I thought. And it's always fun picking up this type of stuff. But that's not my PC right now. So I'll put those off to the side. And I'll show you guys my PC pickups. So we're going to start with some of the boxing. We got this 1910 Gans. It's a 5.5, which is incredible shape for these. There's not many that are in higher grade. The colors really, really pop. I have some lower graded examples, but nothing like this. See the back's shifted, which probably caused a little bit of the half grade, but still couldn't pass this up when I saw it. Up next, I've wanted this card for a while. It's escaped me, but it's the UTC Joe Louis. The colors on this one are extremely rich. That it presented extremely well for a 3. I think because of the back and the off-centering on it is the reason why it got the 3. But this is one of those cards I did pay for comps. The last 3 sold for $400. I paid that same exact price on it. I told you guys sometimes, like, if a card's hard to find or like you think it has a lot of room long term, sometimes it's worth paying comps. And this one is a prime example of it. It's one of his harder rookie cards to get. Last year I picked up his 7, his most common version. This year I picked up the 3 in the UTC. I think it looks great in SGC slab. One day I definitely want to get a higher grade, but for now this 3 perfectly fine in the PC. So I paid $400 for that one. Another example of a card that I paid maybe a little too much, but at the end of the day, it's holding into the PC. This is a Ray Dandridge rookie card, at least to my knowledge. Some of these Negro League players have earlier cards I haven't discovered yet, or just not much documentation on it. So the last PSA 1 did like $750, and it looked way nicer. That was like 6-7 months ago. But there was also an SGC 1 with a hole in it, sold for like $975. I paid $1,000 for this one. So again, I did pay a premium, but I have to look over this card. Maybe it does have a chance of getting one if it gets resubbed. I'll have to see. I know there's a lot of wrinkles on this one. It does have a rich history because of that, but I wonder if that's why it got authentic or if there is any trimming. But I got to take a look at a closer look on it. Paid, like I said, $1,000. You don't find these cards often at card shows, so I decided just to purchase it. I sold some of my other cards to cover the cost on this one because I do want to scale into some bigger cards longer term. So I think it was definitely worth it. Other cards I could replace. This one would take a long time, but definitely want to get a higher grade one day. But for now, this will be the example within my PC. Up next, we got Isaac Murphy, another card that I've wanted for a really, really long time. I got outbid on the last 2 eBay auctions on this one. And at trade night, I made a deal with another YouTuber. So make sure to watch the video, see what I traded for it. And he has his recap video as well. I'll link it down in the description so you guys can watch both. But I got the 2.5 in the Murphy. This is such a cool card. Vivid colors all the way back from 1888. And yeah, so trade value wise on these 2 cards were 1,600. I traded 1,600 as well. But again, watch those videos. But I'll show you the last card in a second. Really, really cool. This guy was actually born a slave. And the fact that he made it on cardboard, and the fact that he became one of the most famous jockeys of all time. They still have the winningest jockey award named after him. So really, really cool card. And I believe he was the first person, like the Horse Racing Hall of Fame. So incredible history behind it. And lastly, Buffalo Bill, 1888 Goodwin Champs in a 4. Just think about this, how tough it is to get a card from the 1800s in a 4 grade. The color on this is so vivid. This is my second 1800s Buffalo Bill card. I have another one as well, which is graded A2. But when I saw this, I was like, I gotta have it for my PC. You don't find these cards. And, you know, I've wanted one in my PC for a while. I got outbid on some ones as well. But I have a lot of Goodwin Champs now within my collection. I think I have like 5 or 6. Won't be able to afford the baseball guys for a while. They're super, super expensive. But going after some alternative sports or like boxing or non-sports guys, it's more affordable for me. And there's so much history to learn from them. So I'll show you guys once again, side by side. I was so happy when I was able to get these huge PC cards, and they are not going to be moving anytime soon. Good luck finding more than a 4, and like I said, good luck finding like a 3 or 4 on this one as well. It might happen one day, but I don't see that happening for at least a few years. So these cards straight into the PC. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite pickup was from a card show, online, or at the National down below. And what was your favorite card that you saw that I got in this video? See you in the next one.